The easiest way to be unhappy in life is to live according to other people's expectations. And this can be in the form of your family, your friends, but what is most prevalent to everyone watching this video is the constant pressure coming from society's norms and expectations, aka groupthink. This is one of the main reasons, like this is a common example, why so many people work corporate jobs, 9 to 5, that they absolutely hate. And there's groupthink for really anywhere, from small towns to cities to the States to the whole United States in general, to Europe, to every little country. There's a certain consciousness that's prevalent, and if you step outside of that and start doing something outside the norm, it's very noticeable and you feel a certain societal pressure. And I think this is why so many people find themselves, for example, going to college. Like that was me. Like I went to college because everyone I grew up with went to college. And it was just kind of expected of me. And if you didn't go to college, you were criticized for it. So I went to college. And once I was there, for a lot of people, they choose, well, okay, I'll choose a business degree because business, and that makes money, and that's good. No one will criticize me. And then here's I'll go do an MBA program because that's better security, and then it'll help me get a job. And then, and here's this company that wants to hire me right outside of my MBA program, and they have dental insurance, and that's really safe. And then, and they have a great brand reputation, so everyone's just gonna clap for me and just approve for me. And then 5 years later, this person finds themselves just driving to work, just wanting to rip their face off because they hate their job. Really, they were meant to be studying bugs, but instead they're working this corporate job that they hate. And I talk to people that work 9 to 5s all the time. And very commonly they'll be like, well, Cal, it's really cool, man. It's so cool that you did some traveling and stuff. And I really want to go travel, and I would love to go work remote and just to go travel the world. But it's probably just not going to happen. And I'm just like, bro, you're like in your 20s. You have like 50 grand saved up in the bank. You've been working this job for the past 5 years. You're single. Just quit your job and go traveling. And very commonly, the response is always the same. It's just this mumbling and then this random excuse for why they're probably not going to do it. And this used to kind of annoy me because I would be like, well, they're not really being authentic, because if they did want to go do it, then they would just go do it. But what I'm starting to realize is that no, they're actually just so entrenched inside of this fictitious life, aka they're living a life that's not meant for them, and they're so entrenched inside this fictitious life that they don't even really know who they are anymore. The simple act of quitting your 9 to 5 job, which is maybe one of the easiest things in the world, actually seems outside of the frame of reality of that person. Like, it's literally impossible because they cannot imagine it because they've been living this life for so long. I think the best way to break free of groupthink and society's expectations, not that I've done it 100%, but I'm definitely not living inside the norm. And the best way that I've found is to live life in the context of death. And what I mean by that is realizing the simple fact that we are going to die so freaking soon. We are going to die so soon, and this could be in the form of me turning off this video, walking up the street, and getting hit by a car. Within 10 minutes, I could be dead. It's not likely, but it's highly possible, and it happens every single day. But let's say that I live to be 80, 90, 100 years old, what's considered a very long and healthy life. That is still gonna go by in the blink of an eye. It is gonna go by so freaking quickly, it's not even funny. Life is way too short to be doing anything that you don't wanna be doing. And I would imagine myself when I was a kid, like thinking about myself when I'm 85 years old and like sitting down and reviewing my life and really looking back and questioning if it was successful or not. And consistently, from when I was a kid, what I think about is having memories of when I'm in my 20s and 30s, and traveling the world and having all these rich, vivid experiences with amazing people and just having all these amazing memories. And I get drawn to like the point of tears when I really think about this. But consistently what stayed with that when I was a kid was this fear, because I would look around me and no one was really doing what they wanted to be doing. And I had this consistent fear that like I was gonna grow up and go to college and then get a 9 to 5 job and never travel the world. That was like one of my biggest fears when I was younger. The only way to be truly happy in life is to live according to your own expectations. And they've done studies on this. They've asked old people at their deathbeds, like, what are your biggest regrets in life? And consistently, the biggest regrets that old people have aren't the things that they did do, it's the things that they didn't do. And by the things that they did do, I mean, they're not regretting that, oh, they started a business and it failed when they were in their 30s. No, they're regretting the things that they didn't do, meaning that the guy who was a corporate lawyer for 50 years and hated it, he really wanted to design gardens in Europe and France for different botanical gardens, and he didn't do that. So that was his biggest regret, what he didn't do. Life is so short. So the only way to be happy is to listen to your inner voice, to live according to your own expectations, your own value system, to think individualistically. And that doesn't mean not to live inside community and be a part of the community, but to become more individual in the sense that you're not looking to other people for how you should behave, because society doesn't know how to behave. Society doesn't know what's going on. We have to stop looking towards groupthink and start looking to our own inner voice. So I hope you guys like this video. I hope that it meant something to you because it means something to me. And if you guys like this, please subscribe to this channel because I'm putting out a video and an article a week. So check out the blog below and read the article I wrote for this week's post, which I'm doing every week. But also leave a comment with your feedback and maybe even ideas for videos to do in the future, because I'm always looking for ideas. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Ciao.